Asylum Justice Minimum for Revolution News here at Ontario Court of Justice. Well, folks, here I am standing outside of Ontario Court of Justice. And you know what, here, folks? Here's the thing here. I'm back here to bring you some important news regarding about the trespass case that has been basically thrown to David Menzies. Basically they slapped that trespassing charge against David Menzies back in April as a result of having the audacity and the temerity to basically exercise his right to free speech and basically freedom of the press and do his job as an independent journalist. And of course here, folks, he dares to scrutinize the pro-Hamas Times. And of course, those jihadists did not like it. So, well, what they did, they assaulted him. But of course, instead of arresting those jihadists who obviously violated the law, because the law clearly states that you are not allowed to assault anyone. That is illegal. But, of course, the Toronto police doesn't care about it. And they went on and arrested David Menzies. They threw him into the paddy wagon. Unfreaking believable here, folks. But, of course here, folks, here's the thing here. You will not see a single mainstream media condemning this such act from the Toronto police, nor you will see basically other journalistic associations, like these supposed defenders of freedom of the press. Now you will not find them because obviously they want to remain silent, as they don't give a flying damn about Toronto police arresting an independent journalist for merely doing their job. Unfreaking believable. But nonetheless here, folks, here's the sort of important news that I just mentioned here is that, well, back on Thursday, August 29th, which is few days ago, David Menzies had a court hearing on that matter, and the end result is the Crown finally had thrown that case into the trash bin. So, in other words, this thing has been completely absolved, and David Menzies will be no longer required to come back into the court in order to deal with that trespassing matter that the Toronto police decided to throw at him. But yeah, that's just what it is here, folks, because we can just see the two-tier policing. But nonetheless here, folks, well, quite frankly, now that thing is out of the way, the Toronto police, well, I hope they are prepared for what's coming next, because, well, according to David Menzies, and as relevant, of course, as it according to Rebel News, they're now going to be going on the offense. In other words, they're now going to be filing a lawsuit against the Toronto police for the whole main matter of arresting David Menzies for such nonsense, of course, for obvious no reason other than doing his job as an independent journalist. But what, of course, here, folks, just check out these little flashbacks of the David Menzies arrest that had occurred so far this year in 2024. Here, folks, check it out.
Freeland, how come the IRGC is not a terrorist group? Why is your government supporting Islamo nationalism? What? You doing? What are you doing?
You're under arrest for assault.
What, sir?
Why are you pushing me? You're under arrest for assault.
Who are you?
You're under arrest for assault.
Police.
Police, you're under arrest for
How am
assault.
I under arrest? You bumped into me.
You pushed into me.
You bumped. I was just scrubbing. I got my credentials here, and you just bumped into me. So excuse
Police, you're under arrest.
me. What is your
for
name and
pushing.
your badge?
What
What is your name and your badge?
You've been told you're under arrest.
Why am I under arrest? He blocked my way. What?
Sir.
I was just scrumming Christian Freeland.
I'm a police officer. You're under arrest.
What is your name and your badge number? What is going on now? We just want you. What's the problem?
Guys, excuse me. We're trying to put him behind the. Hey, that's my guy. That's my guy. Stop. Public safety. Public safety, you have to say no.
Why don't you take care of the
Stay back, guys. Stay back. Hey.
Hey, do me a favor, sir. Just step back. He's my cameraman.
Hey, I'm far enough, buddy.
We've already warned you.
Hey, don't
Sir,
shove me.
I'm not shoving you, sir. I'm standing here. You're impeding me.
I'm standing here already. You don't have to push
Sir,
me. I'm not violent.
Are you going to listen to me? It's a police
Are you
investigation.
gonna arrest me too?
Don't get smart. I asked you to step away, okay?
What's your badge number?
731, sir.
Thanks, bud.
Thanks. It's your bud. Sir,
If you can kindly read.
Sir, I can record my coworker, right?
do whatever you like.
Okay.
Don't impede the
I never
officers.
repeated anything. Watch.
It's what I tell you. Are you listening or not? That's better. That's a good place. Don't
Do
move.
your job. I'll do mine, right?
Okay. You're being under arrest for obstruct, please.
Here we go.
Hey, stop. That's my wallet.
You're under arrest for obstructing police.
There we go. What is this?
I've asked you for identification numerous times. You failed to identify yourself. That's obstructing police.
Efren, can you grab my stuff?
We'll get it, sir. Don't worry. Nobody will touch it. We'll get your identification for you.
Okay, I think you guys are going to be hearing from our lawyers. Also, my credit cards are all the way.
I'll get them, sir. Don't worry. Nobody will touch your property. Ian, walk him back behind the gate. Thanks, brother.
Want them where, sir?
Take him back behind the gate. Thanks, guys. Let's get him out of here.
Watch your hands. We have your hands. Watch your hands. Watch your hands. Mr. Menzies. Hey, don't put your hands on me.
Why is Cowboy over here? You're pushing me and they're standing in my way. They do a false indication. You can have, so you can have these lunatics. They can chant genocide in the street, and I can't cover that. Obey your oath, officer. Obey your oath.
Israel, I don't know.
Will you get? Listen, if I'm on the other arrest, get your hands off. Okay, then I will take. Okay, put your phone down. Put your hand behind your back. Put your hand behind your back. You're under arrest for refusing to leave. Okay? Refusing you to the wagon, Mr. Menzies.
You're under arrest for trespassing. Okay?
Why?
You're in the. Okay. Hands behind your back, please.
Are you kidding me?
No, hands
Listen,
behind your back.
I'm not on the field.
Yes, you are. Hands
I'm
behind
not.
your back.
I'm not. How?
Hands behind your back, please.
Are you getting this, guys?
Can you please
Hands
stop
behind-
resisting?
I'm not
Just
on the
place
field.
your hands behind your back.
I'm not on the field.
David.
Do you have to
David.
handcuff me?
Hands behind your back now.
Well, folks, this is my equipment. I'm going to give it to my cameraman. Okay.
Just let it go, and your cameraman can grab it for you. Okay?
This is Doug Ford's Praetorian Guard. They are arresting me on a trumped up charge. I never trespassed on the field, and they are not tolerating. They are tolerating this man injuring female players. Can I go now?
No, you're gonna get a ticket. Do you have anything in your pockets?
I do.
Okay. Appreciate that. I'm just gonna jump in so I can actually explain.
So there you have it there, folks. So you can just like see right there the sort of main factor of David Menzies being arrested 4 times so far this year, in the year of 2024. I mean, folks, just remember here, this is the real reality, the real life situation under Olivia Chow's Toronto and under Justin Trudeau's Canada and under Doug Ford's Ontario. In other words, they're to basically scrutinize the pro-Hamas jihadists, and basically they're gonna throw the book at you. And well, aside from that there, folks, oh yes, they're gonna make sure to essentially waste your time by delaying the case over and over and over. And well, I think the sort of matter here is this case is now absolved, and I think this is all the main factor that looks like the Crown had finally gotten its hand on disclosure. So well, basically here, folks, nonetheless, this is just like a sort of bump in the road into these sort of worst possible scenarios that will happen in the near future, with David Menzies, of course, continuing to scrutinize the pro-Hamas ties and ask them tough questions, because obviously we know for sure that well, the pro-Hamas jihadists can get away with chanting genocide against Jews. Oh yeah, no problem. The Toronto police will surely leave them alone. And not only that, well, they're gonna also bring them coffee and timbits. I mean, wow. That is just like the new reality here, folks. And well, basically, I'm pretty much sure George Orwell is rolling in his grave right now, seeing this thing, this Orwellian thing coming into a reality. For Revolution News, I'm Asylum Justin Melmore. Well, folks, are you sick and tired of the Toronto police and other police agencies basically arresting independent journalists for, merely asking impolite questions, telling the truth of the story, and that includes, making people uncomfortable? Well, enough is enough with that. Please consider supporting David Menzies' legal fight by going to standwithdavid.com. That's standwithdavid.com. And of course, here, folks, once again, consider supporting his legal fight and send a message to the Toronto police that enough is enough when it comes to this two-tier policing, especially when it comes to arresting independent journalists.